So Nicholas Pegues reporting here once again with my Facebook friend and Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. How you doing today, Commissioner Schaefer?
Terrific, thank you.
Well, I want to first thank you for inspiring me when I ran for Congress in 2012. I was running for Congress to inspire my generation to public service, not to win. And I want to thank you for being an inspiration to me. So Nicholas Pegues for Congress 2012. And what is your statement regarding it? And what do you think that I impacted the state of Tennessee?
Well, I think that any time that a citizen takes part in his or her government, it's a good thing. And one of the things that I thought was very sweet was that Congressman Fincher was very gentlemanlike and kind and very appreciative of your efforts.
Absolutely.
Because he knew exactly what you were doing and why you were doing it, that it was an effort to try to draw more people into the arena, and that's always a good thing.
Absolutely, and it was to help, absolutely inspire generation to public service. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the governor, here with Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. We're going to get to a lot of good things that I'm doing in the community, for just letters from world leaders and a lot of inspirational things. So thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport on Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting here once again with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. And what did you think about Caroline Kennedy visiting East Memphis in 2012? And also, if you had a message to give Caroline Kennedy, what would it be?
Well, I know the Kennedy family only by reputation, and I understand that Caroline has been involved in many charitable works. I think it was very nice that she visited our city. We're happy to have all kinds of people come to Memphis. We're proud of our city and of Shelby County, and we would welcome any of them to come back. I think that her charitable works are very exemplary and commendable, and we would invite her to come back.
Absolutely. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the governor. I think she was a very unique person because, in fact, I took a lot of photographs of her, but I was like, can I meet Caroline Kennedy? They was like, no, you can't do that. But it was so cool to see her. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport on Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport on Memphis. Nicholas Pegues, also known as the governor, here with Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. And I've been dying to ask this question, Commissioner Schaefer, is what did you think about former President George W. Bush and family visiting East Memphis in July of 2012? And did you or do you know anyone who attended that event here in East Memphis? So Nicholas Pegues reporting.
Yes, I did know some people who attended it, and they said it was amazing. I did not get to, but I always think it's good when our former presidents stay active and continue to represent the community, represent the country, and show that we can come together. George W. Bush I thought, was a very godly man and a man who tried to handle his duties in office with dignity. His wife Laura did a wonderful job. She had a real commitment to kids and schools and reading, which I share. And I thought the fact that they visited Memphis was a particular honor for our city.
Absolutely. And I have a website up now comparing me to George W. Bush. It's called Nicholas I.W. Pegues. I mean, it's just something that just kind of like took a life of its own. It has 450 friends now. And so it's kind of an inspiring thing for me because I try to inspire the city. And I have all these websites up, like Nicholas the Governor, Nicholas that. So maybe I'll be a big time politician for the world one day.
Well,
so.
I like to, instead of politician, I prefer public servant.
Public servant and
public
statesman.
Servant.
Absolutely.
Yes, or statesman.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And, former President George W. Bush always extended me a 26th birthday greeting, and that was very inspiring to me also because he's a very special president to me. Really is. So thank you. Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport of Memphis.
You can't really see it. I'm wearing my hope dress underneath, and then that's my coat with all the buttons. And then my little fascinator on the top has little Obama's all in it.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport of Memphis, also known as the governor, here at Al Gore's book signing. This is a crowd here. Waiting on the former Vice President of the United States. Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport of Memphis, also known as the governor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Well, I am so glad to be back in Memphis, and I want to thank the booksellers at Laurelwood, and I want to thank all of you all for coming here. I'm not going to talk for long because there's some more people outside. I want to thank the manager, Eddie Burton, and Ashley Dacus. Thank you for introducing me. I was visiting downstairs with some friends. Some of them may still be here. I wanted to acknowledge Mayor A.C. Wharton. I really appreciate his friendship and his leadership in Memphis. Former State Senator Roy Herron, I see in the back here, new chairman of the Democratic Party. Thank you for coming by, Roy. And lots of other great friends. My first cousin, Dawn LaFawn, I believe had to get back to school. She's a Latin teacher extraordinaire, and it's always good to see her. But anyway, thank you all for being a part of this. I'm a little bit hoarse because I've been making so many speeches about this book, traveling around the country, and I do recommend this book to you. I say that not only because I'm selling the book, but you know, the passion I bring to these projects is really born of the commitment I share with so many of you, because I can see your faces, in that I believe deeply in our ability as a free people to reclaim control of our destiny and take part in making the decisions that are necessary to make the future a brighter place than it would otherwise be. And this book has been 8 years in the making. I started collecting string, so to speak, 8 years ago. Somebody asked me, what are the drivers of global change? I was at a conference over in Europe, and I gave what I thought was an okay answer, but when I got on the plane to fly back to the U.S., that question kept nagging at me, so I pulled out my computer and started making an outline, and I've been doing that pretty much for the last 8 years. After a year or two, I was pleased it had some value in the real world, as it turned out. I founded an investment firm called Generation Investment Management, co-founded it with my partner, David Blood. I wanted to name the company Blood and Gore, but other partners wouldn't go for that. But we use this outline as part of our investment model and business plan, and I'll knock on wood here, it has gone extremely well. But a couple of years ago, it got so elaborate, I decided to try to turn it into a book. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of years. I moved all the furniture out of my living room in Nashville and put big whiteboards in and did research. And I've really poured my heart and soul into this. We've never had a time when there were so many big revolutionary changes happening simultaneously. We're seeing the emergence of Earth Inc., a global economy that's way more connected than ever before. We've seen in Tennessee and in Arkansas and throughout the Mid-South a lot of jobs sent overseas, but that's only the half of it. They're, in addition to outsourcing, they're now robo-sourcing, because the new advanced automation with these intelligent machines that can win Jeopardy and win the World Chess Championship, and now they're going to work on not only on the factory floor, but in another billion in the next 13 years, and another billion in the 14 years after that. And the economy globally has grown so fast, we're putting pressure on freshwater supplies and topsoil and the web of living species with whom we share this planet. And it's now gotten to the point where we really have to take stock. We're also seeing a life sciences revolution that is one of the most powerful drivers of change of all. We're now in charge of evolution in the sense that we can change the fabric of life itself, the makeup of solid matter. I'll give you one quick example. I'm going to have to wrap this up because they told me people are waiting. But just one quick example that will illustrate this. I want to tell you about spider goats. Most of you probably never heard about spider goats. I didn't before I got into all this research. Spider silk is very valuable. It's stronger than, if you got enough of it, it's stronger than steel and flexible and all of that. But you can't farm spiders. They're aggressive and cannibalistic, and those are only two of the reasons I don't want to farm spiders. but here's what you can do and what they're doing now. You can take the genes from orb-weaving spiders and splice them into goats and come up with spider goats. And they look like goats, but they secrete spider silk in their milk through their udders. And they strain it and collect it and sell it. Everybody okay with that? A little bit creepy. A little bit creepy, but honestly, there are going to be many blessings from this revolution in biology and genetics and genomics and proteomics and all the rest. Just the other day, they came up with a new system that attaches to the brain that helps some blind people begin to see. Here in West Tennessee, my dear departed Aunt Thelly went blind when she was 13. God rest her soul. And you just think of all the joy that can be brought into people's lives to treat diseases that have been incurable in the past, maybe come up with cures for many more of these cancers and other diseases. It's a great thing. But we need to participate in these decisions because they're getting to the point where they're going to be able to give parents the ability to choose the traits they want in their kids. Hair color, eye color, more intelligence. Well, parents are competitive, and nations are too. China's announced plan to be the genetic engineering superpower. So we're going to have to make investments. We're going to have to make decisions, and it's really important. Now, finally, you'd be surprised if one of these drivers of change, since I wrote this book, wasn't the climate crisis, and it is. But let me say a brief word about that. Earth Inc., the global economy, relies on carbon-based fossil fuels for 85% of all the energy that is used in the world. And when you burn these carbon fuels, it puts global warming pollution up into the atmosphere like it's an open sewer. We put 90 million tons up there every day, and it's trapping so much heat. All the man-made global warming pollution traps more heat every day in the Earth's atmosphere than is contained in 400,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs going off every day. And it's a big planet, but that's a lot of energy. And that's what's contributing to the deep drought that hit 61% of our country this past year. Much of it still in drought. It's really hurting the farmers. We had all those big fires out west. West Nile virus outbreak, biggest in history. Half the North Polar ice cap melted last summer, and the jet stream's getting all haywire. We had $110 billion of climate-related disaster damage this past year. So much so, way more than ever in history, and so much so that the Congress is fighting over that. Can we afford to help people get back on their feet after these big storms and floods and the damage from drought and all that? And then Superstorm Sandy devastated New York City and part of New Jersey and Connecticut. Back several years ago, when I put out my movie, An Inconvenient Truth, some of the ones that just were hateful about it, the single most common complaint they'd throw at, and then we will save our country. Thrall is a Norse word referring to a form of voluntary slavery way back in the olden days. We have to free ourselves from these old, outdated ways of thinking. The wealthiest, most powerful Americans are not really the job creators. It's the middle class going to the stores and buying the goods and services. And if we deprive the middle income families of the money they need to have prosperous and happy lives and go to the store and prime the pump in the economy and keep it going, then they won't create jobs because they can't sell what they're making. And so the question is whether or not we will rise to this challenge. There are some who are ready to just give up. Oh gosh, these problems are too big. We can't solve them. Let's just enjoy the ride. I refuse to accept that. Our children and grandchildren are depending on us. We have all benefited from the sacrifices and wise decisions of previous generations, and they have allowed us to enjoy the country and the world we have here today. How can we take all of the benefits of what they did for us in previous generations and then give the back of our hand to the ones coming after us? It's not fair, it's not right, it's not moral, and it's not who we are. We have limitations as human beings, but we can rise to meet big challenges. I believe it, and I know it. I believe we have been given by our Creator the ability to rise to big challenges, and we've got them right before us right now, and right here in the volunteer state, we can lead the way. So I'm looking forward to signing your books. It's so good to be back in Memphis, and thank you again for coming. God bless.
Mr. Governor, Nicholas Pagese reporting, also known as the Governor, documenting Carol Chumney getting a signed copy of Al Gore's book. Seen in iReport of Memphis. Carol Chumney is also a Facebook friend of mine. The Governor.
Did you get a picture of her?
Yeah.
He's personalizing hers.
Politics. That's cool.
Howdy.
Seen in iReport of Memphis, also known as the Governor. Very cool.
And see, we're on line letter C.
So, Nicholas Pagese reporting, seen in iReport of Memphis, also known as the Governor, here with a very, very special journalist here in Memphis. It's called the junior journalist, Dwight Moore. And I'm here with Dwight Moore's mother here at the event where Al Gore is signing book copies. And could you tell me, Miss Moore, how many officials have Dwight actually met?
Oh,
I know he has met quite a few people.
Yeah, greater than 15, 20. I mean, it's
Probably
been
more
quite a
than
few.
me, and I'm in public service, but that's pretty cool.
Quite a few.
He's a special young person here in Memphis. And as you can see, it's met Jimmy Carter. That's
His
pretty
first
cool.
one right here at this, it was previously Davis Kid Bookstore. He met him right here at this bookstore in the same spot in 2005.
So does he go to a Memphis City school or
He
Shelby
goes to a Central Day School in Collierville. It's a Christian school in
Awesome,
Collierville,
awesome.
Tennessee here.
Excellent, excellent. I'm a product of private schools myself. As I can see, he met President Barack Obama
Yes.
when he
Was running for president.
was running for
His
president.
first campaign, and he also met Vice President Al Gore before after the debate in Nashville that was held in 2008. This picture of him
Awesome.
at that time.
Now, Dwight, what is his ultimate goal? Does he plan on running for president or being a journalist for the international community, or what is his
Well,
ultimate
journalism
goal?
will lead to a lot of things, but
Absolutely.
and you know, he's 12 years old at this time. He started this when he was 5 years old, so there'll be a lot of things that he'll want to do before he becomes an adult. But right
cool.
now, he looks like he wants to be in journalism and in politics.
Awesome.
But the skills that he'll learn doing both of these things, we can lead him to any place he wants to go. So
Absolutely.
we
The
just
sky's
encourage
the
him where
limit.
he is now, and we'll be with him no matter what it is he wants to do. We will encourage him and provide him all the things that he needs to, so he can be successful in life.
Awesome, awesome. And this is so cool. I'm just so touched and inspired that a young man here in Memphis is doing a lot of public good. So Nicholas Pagese reporting, also known as the Governor. As you know, I'm a CNN iReporter journalist here in Memphis. And this is very cool and very special. And so send my best wishes to Dwight on behalf of BS Youngest Shelby County School Board applicants. So thank you, Ms. Moore. Nicholas Pagese reporting, CNN iReporter Memphis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got it.
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
He says card full. He hands us these keys.
If I can squeeze in quickly before.
Yes, come on.
Oh, thank you.
Did you get any shots? Did you
I
get
think
any?
I got one. Maybe I only got one, and then it said card full. I couldn't get another one.
Well, we got video on both.
Yeah, video.
On
Thank you.
on both.
Thank you.
This one said full before you got up there, but I got it on that one.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport in Memphis. Nicholas Pegues, also known as the governor, here with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. And my next question is, what do you think about Pope Benedict resigning? And what do you also think about the Vatican writing me? You know, they extended several greetings to me regarding the children of Shelby County. So Commissioner Schaefer.
Well, I think that the Vatican certainly strives to be a good example and a beacon to the world. And I think Pope Benedict has been a very, very interesting and exemplary pope for us. It is interesting to understand he's breaking 600 years of tradition by resigning, but my understanding from his statement was that according to his own good conscience, he felt he could no longer do the duties that are required of a pope, and so he wanted to step aside and not just be a figurehead. I respect his decision and know that he will be blessed by God, and hope that a new godly pope will be selected and that he can be a beacon to the world.
Absolutely. And, you know, I always enjoy getting things from the Archdiocese and the Vatican, so that's pretty cool, and it's pretty cool for Memphis. So thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the governor. Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport of Memphis. And this is my last question to Commissioner Schaefer is, what is your message to my Facebook friends via Nicholas the Governor Pegues? Now, you created that, we both created that, Commissioner Schaefer, becoming kind of popular in the community. It started at the Election Commission. Now, since I made a Facebook, and you said, it was kind of a support thing when you said the governor. I love that video when you said the governor and supporting me because I like Governor Haslam so much. But now it's becoming quite popular and a lot of people are on there. What is your message to my Facebook friends? Also, what would you say to my favorite supporters? I have a lot of favorite supporters such as Hannah Belts, Sims Humphreys, Terry Rowland, Molly Mendicow, James Humphreys, James Harold and Mark Goins, and even Congressman Marsha Blackburn. And these people actually reside in the state of Tennessee. Now, I like all of my Facebook friends because they really inspire me, but these people are the ones who really stood out to me. And, of course, Kelly Jacobs, who works down in Mississippi in local politics. And basically my question is, what do you think about Nicholas the Governor Pegues Facebook? And could you please thank these residents for supporting me and us in our initiatives on Inspire My Generation?
Well, Nicholas, one of the things that I love about you, and one of the things that I think is unique about America, is that we truly believe that if something is humanly possible to do, then we have the basic requirement. And what we do is we look and see something that we might want to get done, and instead of looking at the obstacles, we look at the way to get it done. And Nicholas, I know you have certain goals in mind for your life, and you just go out there and you get them. And I think that is an inspiration to the whole community. Absolutely. That there aren't obstacles except the ones that we put in our own way. There are challenges, but those are things that can be gotten around, and we can become stronger after them. And Nicholas, that's why I support what you're doing, because I think that you, by going out and going after what you want in such a positive way, can inspire other people not to fall into a gloominess or hopelessness,
Absolutely.
But to look for the possibility in every situation.
Absolutely. I thank you for that, Commissioner Schaefer. In fact, I had a wonderful Valentine's Day yesterday. I got so many letters from some of these individuals, so many international people, and they was like saying Happy Valentine's Day, and I was like, that is so inspiring to me that I've impacted the community and really changing the culture of Memphis. So that's very inspiring to me as a public servant. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, seen in iReport of Memphis, also known as the governor. Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer, and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you. Nicholas Pegues reporting here with Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, and I received a booklet from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II regarding her Diamond Jubilee. And could you please express your support for Queen Elizabeth II regarding this booklet and her Diamond Jubilee? And could you please show to the international community what she extended to me, Mr. Schaefer?
Well, I just thought this was very lovely. It's the program from her Diamond Jubilee, and you can see it's Elizabeth II, and I believe the R stands for Rex. She began her reign in 1952. And it shows that her Diamond Jubilee is in 2012. And if you open it up, you see her on her coronation day. and some pictures throughout the years. And there she is in her royal regalia, and it's from Buckingham Palace, and it says, "I send you my grateful thanks for the words of support which you have so kindly sent on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of my accession to the throne. Elizabeth, 2012.
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. It was a complete honor to receive this from Queen Elizabeth II, and it was just amazing to me. So, as the youngest Shelby County Unified School Board applicant, I'm just honored, and I will continue to fight and help my generation to be inspired in public service.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And happy 2012 Diamond Jubilee to Her Majesty. Nicholas Fagese here with Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. As I was stating before, I came up with the title. They came up with the title calling me the governor here at the Election Commission by my woman Karen Hart. And I just wanted to say that I believe Governor Haslam is a good person and a very caring person.
I do too, and his wife is from here in Memphis and Shelby County, so we feel doubly thrilled because not only is Governor Haslam a good businessman and a good governor, but he's got roots through his wife here, and
Yeah.
we love that because we are the largest county in Tennessee.
Absolutely.
And how Memphis goes is how Tennessee goes, so it's very important to Tennessee that we do well. And I know Governor Haslam has this close to his heart.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe I'll follow in his footsteps.
There you go, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer.